there's some research around if you are committed to a goal and you focus on what's in front of you, what's left to go, you're 2 to 3 times more likely to complete that goal. And so in the entrepreneurial economy, that's very important. If you instead think of the ground you've covered to date thinking, you will slow down. So this is some important brain research, cognitive focus research, that if you think, what's ahead of me, your brain will throw focus, motivation, and concentration towards achieving that. And this is about driving for daylight, always forward. Airbnb is a great example. So those are 3 founders, Kevin, Brian, and Joe, and they continued to believe very much in the idea that people would share their homes, the air bed and breakfast, the air bed that they had actually on the floor of their own apartment, that they hosted other designers. They are Rhode Island School of Designers originally, and one tech founder. They did this experiment for themselves to make their own rent. They had a note under their door that said your rent's up 25% in San Francisco. San Francisco is a very expensive city, and they couldn't afford it. And then there was a conference at the same time in San Francisco, and other designers coming for that conference. They hosted 3 people. They believed very much this would happen, and no one else did. This is a very typical entrepreneurial story of having everyone else pass, because the idea is out on the fringe, it's out on the margin. But if you are driving for daylight, you believe in the horizon that you want to conquer. And in this case, the Airbnb founders launched and relaunched and launched. At one point, they went to South by Southwest and launched as Twitter had, believing that they would have a Twitter moment. Only 3 people used the service, and they were 2 of the 3 as the founders. So they kept driving for daylight and built what is now valued almost at a $30 billion in valuation startup. So it's one of the world's great startup stories.